Hey guys, Dave Baggs here, and I want to welcome you guys to my Bagcast. I haven't done a Bagcast in about maybe a month now. I've been doing a lot of commentaries. Been doing a lot of I don't want to call them Let's Plays. It's more just gameplay that I've been putting up. I put up a video the other day with Titanfall 2 that I just played the game. I've been past couple videos. I did some Titanfall vlogs and Titanfall 2. This is kind of what we're going to talk about today. Is we're going to talk about the pre-alpha test phase of Titanfall 2 and the reaction that this is getting. And I made a couple of vlogs in regards to Titanfall 2, the pre-alpha test phase. And a lot of what I've been hearing is just, it's kind of repeated over and over. I'll get into that a little bit later, but let me talk about Titanfall 2 in the pre-alpha test phase from a personal standpoint and from it's obviously going to be an opinionated standpoint, because what I say isn't necessarily what you guys are going to believe or what you guys think, and there's going to be some disagreements. I'm fully aware of it. I've already had a lot of disagreements on my vlogs. I get it. Not everybody's going to agree with me, and I'm certainly not going to agree with you. And I don't do a lot of promotion as far as other channels go. I've already made videos on that. I don't do a lot of shout outs. But I want to talk about a friend of mine, Horse60. I will leave his channel down below if you guys haven't checked it out. Me and Horse60, we're about the same age. We've been around a long time. And both of us have a lot of similarities when it comes to video games. Obviously, me and Horse are both military veterans. We've been around a long time, and Horse and I disagree a lot. I mean, it's like two brothers butting heads all the time. Not everything that I say he's going to agree with, and not everything he says am I going to agree with. But one thing I'll tell you about Horse is he's one of the biggest Titanfall fans that I know. And he's one of the guys that I like to play with from time to time. And he and I have had some disagreements with the pre-alpha test phase of this game. And I think that Horse has a lot of the same opinions as many of you as far as, what this game so far is giving to us, as far as the test phase goes. But Horse sent me a tweet, and basically he dropped a link in there that was an article that was written by Forbes, and it was written by a guy by the name of Paul Tassi. And he writes this article, and I think it was entitled "The Titanfall 2 Technical Test." It reveals that the game has taken a bunch of steps backward. It's something along those lines. Anyway, I ended up reading this article that Paul wrote, and I'll end up leaving it in the description below as well. But he basically talked about how this game, Titanfall 2, is painting this completely different picture than the original game. And I kind of laughed at that, because I was thinking to myself, I hope so. I hope that Titanfall 2 is painting a different picture than the first game. I wouldn't want the game to be the same. I mean, I wouldn't want the game to be exactly the same. Otherwise, why bother getting another Titanfall? You may as well just give us more map packs if that's the case. So he starts talking about how, this game is completely different. Okay, good. And he said that there's a lack of Titans during the matches, whereas in the other Titanfall 1, there was more Titans. And I agree with him. I agree with them, and there's no disputing that. And there's a lot of you guys out there that have been saying the same thing. I agree. But I think where we disagree is the fact that I think that that's a good thing, because when I played Titanfall 1, and I got to be honest, I've been playing Titanfall since the release back in March of 2014, there would be games, and it didn't really matter too much, mostly on attrition, though, is the game mode that I'm talking about, where you would have, Titans constantly around in the game. And I get it. The game's called Titanfall, and what would the game be without Titans? I completely understand that. But at the same time, it just seems like these things were given to you like candy, and there'd be 4, 5, 6 Titans running around, it seems, at any given time. And I remember just, spawning into a game, and all of a sudden, okay, pilot, your Titan is ready. And I'm thinking, I just got in the game, and I didn't like that about Titanfall. I didn't like the fact that, that you're just kind of given the Titan. I completely get that it's on a timed-based system, and I completely get that if you get kills, if you get burn cards that'll say 40 seconds off of build time, I get it. All these things will assist you in getting your Titan. But anyway, he goes on to say in his article that, in Titanfall 2, that's not the case. There's no more timed Titan release, which is something that I don't even want. I've said it before. I like the fact that you have to earn the Titans, and I know many of you guys have disagreed with me in my last couple of vlogs. You completely disagree with me, and that's fine. Agree to disagree. Horse disagrees with me. He doesn't like the fact that, as far as I can tell, and based on what he said, he doesn't agree with me, but I don't agree with him. Doesn't mean I don't like Horse. We're friends. We respect one another, and I watch his videos and he watches mine. We're both Titanfall fans, and I think we both want the best for the game. But getting back to this article, he says Titans now are basically given out on a performance base alone. And I thought, okay, and why is that a problem? Are we all new to first-person shooter games? Have you ever went bowling and you were in a league and you had to play against somebody with a handicap, because they weren't good? Are we there? Are we at that stage where we have to, where we can't earn them? Is it something is it a bad thing to have to earn something? I don't think so. And I've said it before. I've said it before. If you just go into the game with an open mind, I think a lot of you go into this test phase and you go into it with this, I have to find something bad. I've got to find something bad. I've got to find something that I can just, tell Vince Impella at Respawn that, look what I found. Look what I found with your game. I think a lot of us are going into this process with that mentality of we got to find something wrong with it so we can reveal it. And instead of just going into the game and taking everything that's in front of us for what it is, and what is it? Number one, it's a test phase. And it's primarily made to test out the servers. A lot of people have turned it around, and instead of that, they're just basically going and using it as a game test, which is fine. That's fine, but it is a test. A lot of people are upset, about all of this stuff. Instead of going into the game, and like I said in my past 2 videos, so many of you guys have complained about specters and bots, AI, that there was no need for it in Titanfall. There was no purpose. They're easy to kill. And I get it. I get it. That's one thing about Titanfall 1, that there really wasn't a purpose to the bots. I can tell you this, and I mentioned it in videos past when I was talking about Titanfall, the original. The bots, to me, in the original Titanfall, the AI, those things were nice to kill, especially if you were on a losing streak. If you get killed 3 or 4 times in a row by a pilot, it's pretty degrading. And so if you get a couple of AI kills, 2 or 3 in a row, it kind of gets that feeling back. And then when you see a pilot, you're more apt to make a kill. And so I kind of use those as practice to get my head straight again and kill some pilots. But there really was no purpose to the AI in the first one. There really wasn't. And I don't think anybody can really argue that point with me, because other than getting points, XP, there really was no purpose. And I explain this in my vlogs, the past 2 vlogs. And of course, in my vlogs, I'm a little bit more aggressive. And now I'm doing more of a bagcast or podcast, whatever you want. So I'm just basically talking now. But if you look at the game mode, Bounty Hunt, and I explained to you guys that this is my favorite game mode right now, even though it's the pre-alpha. One of the things that will help you in that mode earn money is killing everything. And that includes pilots, that includes Titans, and that certainly includes all the AI bots that you encounter. And they drop in these pods, just like the first one, but they drop near the drop zone. You'll see it on your map. When these things drop, start shooting them, because as I said before, you start actually gaining money. Because in this game mode, you deposit your money. That's one of the objectives in the game. So my point is, what is my point? In this game mode, the AI-controlled bots actually serve a purpose, because as you kill these things, you're getting money. And as you get money, you have the opportunity to deposit the money, right? And when you deposit that money, it does nothing but help your team. And so if everybody on your team plays objectively, for example, and everybody goes to the drop zones and they kill, the AI bots, and they kill Titans if they can, as well as the pilots, it's kind of a balance. And I don't think people understand that. I think people are overlooking that. Maybe they are, maybe they're not. But if you go, we have the pre-alpha coming this Friday. They're going to give it to us again. I guess they're going to come out with a new map or release a new map for us, a couple other things. I encourage you guys to play Bounty Hunt. I encourage you guys to do what I was saying and just go into the game mode with an open mind and just try killing these things. Go to the drop zones, and you'll actually see that as you play in an objective style, in an objective manner, you'll actually start getting your Titans quicker, because people are complaining, In this article by Forbes, as I was saying before, he doesn't like the fact that you have to actually earn your Titans. My guess is this guy probably received a lot of participation trophies growing up as a kid. Probably never earned his own trophy. I don't know the guy. I'm just kidding. For all I know, he's an Olympic champion. All I'm saying is, I totally disagreed pretty much with his entire article. He talks about the problems with the Titans themselves and the shielding and the damage that the Titans. He basically says it's useless. I got a few Titans, and I actually didn't have a problem with my Titans. I actually had a lot of fun with my Titans. I had a lot of fun as a pilot shooting the Titans, just like I did in the first one. There's nothing significant to me that stands out that says the Titans are underpowered or overpowered or not fun. And that's the part of the article that I started to just go, you know what? I wonder if this guy's even actually played Titanfall. Maybe he has. Again, I don't know the guy. I don't know if he's writing this article based on the feedback he's getting from the community, which in large part is pretty much everything in his article. He starts to talk about how the maps, they were designed to accommodate less mobility than before, with a very little places to wall run. Now, let me get this straight. He's judging this based off of 2 maps, okay? And I can tell you this. I had a problem with my computer. I can tell you this. I've played on so many games with these two maps where people were standing up in the middle of the map on both maps, whether it was Boomtown or the other one, on the top of those towers and sniping me from up there. So don't tell me there's no place to wall run or get up high or get to these places. Let me tell you why the maps are a little bit bigger and laid out. Let's get back to the game mode bounty hunt. In bounty hunt, you have two zones, one on one side of the map and one on the other side of the map. It's imperative that the maps were designed so both areas of the map on both sides were flat, because you're trying to take over the drop zone. You can't have a lot of wall running over there. It wouldn't make any sense. It would kill the entire game mode. You need areas to run. It has to be open. I've already played enough games of this game mode to know this. And he's sitting there saying, well, there's not a lot of places to wall run. There is. You just got to get to them. I don't have a problem with this game yet. I know there's only 2 maps, but I don't have a problem with it. I don't understand where this information's coming from. So, he starts talking about how they cut out attrition too. They cut out attrition in the game, and all right, but they're also bringing in a brand new game mode called Bounty Hunt, which to me blows attrition out of the water. What about Amped Hardpoint? That blows Hardpoint out of the water from the original Titanfall. And now you got what you wished for. You guys all got your campaign. You haven't played it yet, but you got your campaign. I don't know. I'm a little bit salty in a way, because a lot of people are quick to judge something when it's given in such a small batch. You know what I mean? It's like when you go to Costco and they give you, how they'll give you those little pieces of chicken on the toothpick, and you eat it and you're like, man, that was awesome. And then you buy a box of whatever it is and you get it home, and after a few bites, the taste gets old and you're like, man, this isn't as good as that small bite that I had at Costco, right? It's a completely different amount that you're getting, so it changes the way you feel about things. Let's think about it this way. Would you do a review on a car if it didn't have doors or wheels? How would you be able to assess whether or not it's a good vehicle or not when it doesn't have the wheels or the doors? Think of Titanfall 2 as being that car. It doesn't have all of the maps, right? It doesn't have all of the game modes. It doesn't have all of the things that you're used to when it comes to Titanfall. But a lot of you guys like me who have played the original Titanfall, you're so busy comparing it to the first one. And be thankful that they changed it. Do you want to go down the route Call of Duty went, where everything was the same every year? And then what do you have? You got people complaining that Call of Duty never changes. So if it didn't change, that's exactly what you would have said. You would have said exactly what I said at the beginning of this bagcast. You would have said, gee, why not just come out with new map packs? The game is no different than the first. But now that it is different, it's a problem. I just don't understand it. I don't understand human beings from that standpoint. You can't satisfy people no matter what. And I would hate to be a dev. I would hate to be that guy sitting at home, because these guys are human beings. I mean, Vince Impel, you think he's an idiot? Of course not. He's a smart guy. He takes to social media and he sees. That's what they were doing today. They were actually compiling all the data that they've received, all the criticism. And I bet it wasn't even constructive. I bet a lot of people were dropping F-bombs and everything else. And so he had to sift through all of that and try and come up with a way to satisfy you whiny little brats to make the game conducive for you to play. Because that's what some of you guys are. I'm going to be honest. You're like a bunch of little whiny kids that you didn't get your milk and cookies on time and you're going to go to bed cranky. Well, like I said in my last video, cry me a river. Cry me a river. Because you can't satisfy any of you, it seems. People complain about everything. And then some people even commented on my videos saying, we have a right to complain. We have a right to complain. You do. You do. But when you listen and when you look at what you wrote, it's pretty elementary and it's pretty simplistic. And to be honest with you, it takes away any credibility that you might have with your point, the way you deliver the message when you start dropping F-bombs and this game sucks and F you, Vince. And I can't take that kind of criticism, with any merit. If you want to start talking about serious things and you want to start talking about realistic things, I get it. But when you talk about how the maps are too small and you're only going off of 2 maps, that's a pretty simplistic way of thinking. It's ignorant. You've got a whole bunch of different maps. Think of it this way. You only had 3 game modes. And you guys know this from playing Call of Duty. Certain maps are made for certain types of game modes. And I can tell you these 2 maps are made for bounty hunt. And I guarantee you we're going to get a completely different map on Friday. And it's going to be conducive to a different type of game mode. And some of you people are going to listen to me. Some of you people are actually going to listen to what I'm saying. You're not going to take offense to it. And you're going to say, I'm going to listen to Dave Baggs. I'm going to go in with an open mind. I'm going to try to kill things. I'm going to do my best to kill the AI bots and the specters and everything else. And you're going to find that you're going to get your Titan. And I guarantee you, listen to me guys, I guarantee you, if you try out my method, you'll appreciate the game. Erase your memory of the first game. It's not the same game, okay? It's not. So stop crying. Stop whining. It's a different game. All right? You got what you asked for. You got your stupid single player thing that you guys wanted. I could care less about it. I've said it before. When I say stupid, I'm being facetious. I'm not saying that it's stupid. What I'm saying is you got what you asked for, okay? Quit your whining. And when the game comes out, you'll be able to play it till you're blue in the face. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm a little salty. I got to be honest. And when I read articles and when I read reviews and when I hear people dropping F-bombs and telling me basically where to go, what am I going to say to you guys? Really, what am I going to say? Am I going to drop F-bombs in your comment section? Am I going to call you a faggot? No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not. That's not what I'm going to do. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to ask you guys to do something, not for me, but for yourself. When the alpha comes out or when the pre-alpha comes out on Friday, just try it. Go in with an open mind. Don't compare it to the first one. And just try to play the objective game modes objectively. Did that make sense? Try to play the game modes like you're supposed to. Okay? And I promise you guys are going to have a better time playing the game. And you guys will probably end up having fun with the game. And look, the game's not for everybody. Look, I don't like Halo. I know Halo's one of Microsoft's crowning achievements. And you guys know I'm a Microsoft guy. Not because I don't like Sony. I've owned Microsoft products since 2003. That's all. I have no favoritism one way or another, but I just don't like Halo. I'm not going to criticize it in any way. I don't like it. And I'm just going to leave it at that, and I'm not going to play it. I have it. I got Halo 5. I got it for the kids. They play it once in a while. But look, if you don't like the game when it drops, either don't pick it up or don't play it. Man, you guys have to have an open mind, and you got to stop going in with the attitude of, I've got to find something wrong with this game. I've got to find something wrong so I can give it to Vince, and I can be the hero. Look, he's getting this stuff left and right. He's getting credible information from some coherent people out there that can speak the language and speak to him clearly and make sentences and not drop F-bombs. He's trying to find that good information, and he is. And so are the rest of the guys over at Respawn. And you know what? When the game drops, I guarantee you all the stuff that I'm saying is going to go out the window. All the timed stuff is going to come back to satisfy you whiny little people. You guys will be happy. You guys will probably say, ha ha, Dave Bags. And you know what? Wow. Touche. You got me there. Touche. All I can say is if they bring the timing system back, or they don't, or they make the pilots stronger or weaker or faster or slower, I really don't care. I don't. I'm going to play the game because I like it. And anyway, guys, I just hope you guys go in with an open mind. But I'm long-winded with this Bagcast. I just wanted to talk to you guys a little bit. And, if you guys want to play Titanfall or Titanfall 2 with me, you guys see right there on the screen, you got my gamer tag. Go ahead and drop it, drop in, send me a message. Let me know if you want to play sometime. I'll run with you guys, man. Whatever, we'll have some fun. So anyway, guys, please remember to like, subscribe, and comment. And I am getting pretty close to 4,000 subscribers, which is something I never thought I would achieve in such a short amount of time. I didn't think I would get there for another 2 years at the rate I was going at the beginning. So I'm getting there, and I owe it all to you guys. And whether you love my channel or you hate my channel, whether you tell me my videos are great or you tell me to go stick it where the sun don't shine, I treat everybody the same way. And that is basically thanks for giving my channel a chance. And thanks a lot. We'll see you guys next time. I'm Dave Bags. Have a good one.